What's going on, guys? We're out here in Indiana, and for anyone that's never been to a SWAT conference, I just wanted to let you guys know, like, this isn't just a trade show. It's not just a week of classes. This is one of the only places in the country where tactical teams, medics, canine handlers, instructors, and industry experts, we all come together under one roof with a single purpose, and that is simply to get better. These conferences are built around the idea that no matter how good your team is, no matter how much experience you may have, there's always another skill to sharpen, another tactic to refine, another lesson to learn from someone who's had that call and has been there and done that. So day one usually kicks off with a vendor show. And this is just a massive gathering of gear manufacturers, training companies, and the equipment specialists. And this is where teams get a chance to walk the floor, talk shop, compare tools, and figure out what's actually working in the field and what's not. It's not about sales. It's not about, trying to make connections to sell them something. It's about solutions. The operators come here looking for answers to real problems that they have faced on real missions. And then the training begins. And this is what separates SWAT conferences from pretty much every other kind of event in law enforcement throughout the country. You're not sitting in a classroom or, in this case, a ballroom, just listening to theory. We're getting out on the range. You're going to shoot houses. We're getting guys on rope, or we're running scenarios and canine deployments and breaching problems and comms failures and all of that stuff, and just the full-scale tactical evolutions that are taught by instructors who have lived it. And these courses are built to push teams and challenge assumptions and expose weaknesses before the street does. But the real value here of the SWAT conference isn't just the classes. It's this whole community coming together and the conversations that are being had in the hallways and the debriefs that are occurring through training. It's the chance to learn from teams across the state, across the region, and quite frankly, across the country, because everyone here brings something different to the table, different missions, different working environments, and different lessons learned. And when you get the chance to put all of that experience in one place, then the entire profession gets better. And that's what these conferences are about. It's not about having egos. It's not about just checking a training box. Everybody here is about raising the standard, and they're about building the teams that are harder to kill and harder to overwhelm and better prepared for the worst day of their career, and quite frankly, the worst day in somebody else's life. And every year, the officers who show up here, they prove the same thing. They're not here to be average. They're here to be exceptional. So with that, I want to walk around a little bit, show you guys some of the things that are going on, talk to some people. So thank you guys for watching, and there's a lot more to come. Hey guys, so when I did the comparison of the obstacle ramps, the 3M Peltors, the NSA sword ends, a lot of you guys in the comments were like, hey, can you show us a more budget-friendly version of comm setups with some integrated hearing protection? So at the conference, Howard Leight happened to be here. I figured this was a great chance to let them kind of showcase some of their latest products. So let's get into that.
Opportunity to show you our new prototype that we're developing and should be going to market very soon. It's what's called our short-range communication earmuff. It gives you the hearing protection, but it also allows you to communicate with different people wearing the muffs. And it does have different channels that you could go to. It's kind of geared towards, for example, maybe someone in a shooting range, an instructor in a shooting range, where he might have 4, 6, 8 students. So he'll be able to wear the muff, but still be able to communicate with the students who's wearing the muff, and also have the opportunity and capability of muting them, having them join in a particular call. And it also has different channels where if you have different stations in the shooting range, you could have multiple instructors on different frequencies, so you won't interfere with one another as you're going through your training. And one thing that's unique about this as well is that if you need to, you could break into someone else's channel if there's emergency or if you need to have a question. So it's capable of joining different channels, being separated from different channels, along with the opportunity to connect with, let's say it's a retail store with a shooting range. Those folks might be on a different radio frequency, a different channel. This will be able to, through Bluetooth technology, intertwine with them in case there's emergency. So if a cashier needs to communicate with the range, or the range needs to communicate with the cashier, it'll be able to tap into the muff itself and announce whatever needs to be announced. So really excited about it. There are going to be some changes when it finally goes to market. Get some feedback. We have it out there in testing mode, but so far we had great reviews. Price points we're more excited about. The technology's out there, but we feel our price point is going to be very compatible. So we're thinking maybe mid-year, by the end of the year, we'll finally have it out to the market. Can't wait to get this in people's hands. I think you'll really enjoy them and find the benefits for them.
So is it all Bluetooth based, or can you hardwire if you're running some sort of radio, whether it's a Belfang, Motorola, ICOM? Is there a way to wire it in to the muffs?
This is the prototype, and that's what our product team is working on right now. Awesome. And that is the goal, because we want this to be so universal that, again, if there is a situation where someone needs to communicate into this muff, or this muff needs to communicate into what you just described, it's going to have that capability. So that is something definitely that we're working on as we speak.
Very cool, sir. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.